Can importing water help America solve the water crisis of the 21st century? In 1933, Franklin Delano Roosevelt rolled out the New Deal. In that moment, FDR changed the course of history by creating the Tennessee Valley Authority and the Hoover Dam Project. Both controlled water and created hydroelectric power for a growing nation. History has shown that the intangible can be conquered through diligence. The information age now collides with the modern Dust Bowl, where communities of education, political infrastructure, and farming can find neutral ground to satisfy the thirst of the expanding desert in the American Southwest. Less than a century ago, our leaders chose to confront and manage water projects. In doing so, they harnessed the energy and helped the nation expand commerce, and a population explosion ensued. Fast forward 85 years, we now have a well-represented community of highly educated engineers in geological, hydrological, and technological fields that can change the history of the farm-parched lands and drought-starved reservoirs. The challenge is to capture water from the flood-soaked areas in the Midwest, Mississippi Valley, and the Pacific Northwest and redistribute this commodity. This can be accomplished by using existing reservoirs and building a reservoir that can replenish the aquifer located in the Great Plains. Droughts in the southwest region of the United States are nothing new, which is why water management has always been a critical issue for government. In 1920, President Teddy Roosevelt made a bold statement by proclaiming that the 223-mile-long water project that would connect the Owens Valley to Los Angeles through a series of aqueducts would have enough water to supply 2 million people, far more than would ever live in Los Angeles. Looking forward, Los Angeles now has 18 million people in the greater metro area, and it is forecasted the state of California will go from 38 million people to 60 million people by the year 2050. This rapid growth and the shortage of water anticipated in the near future makes the American Southwest but to have no choice to start considering the task of importing water. One of the many options that are present include desalination plants and transferring water from the Great Lakes and the Mississippi River and Alaska. A feasible undertaking, but with a heavy cost in energy and resources. The most favorable is to build an infrastructure of water distribution that can be relied upon by capturing flooding waters from the Mississippi and the Pacific Northwest. It is a recorded fact that each year the Mississippi Valley waters will rise above flood levels, and frequently they are deemed states of emergency that end up costing the taxpayer and insurance companies millions of dollars. Our thought is to invest in the future by using existing reservoirs and build reservoirs in the Great Plains. This would replenish aquifers and establish a distribution infrastructure with aqueducts and pipelines that would reduce the occurrence of flooding by channeling floodwaters away from flood-prone zones, but also establish a community of engineers and geologists to go to work. Just as it had happened in the middle of the 20th century when the Tennessee Valley Authority was created for the benefit of the nation. And the other example is the Hoover Dam in the Glen Canyon that helped manage floodwaters and harness energy to provide growth in the American Southwest. One of the ways is we have to adapt our resources, even if it seems the cost cannot be passed on to the taxpayers. By investing and adapting our current resources, we would stimulate the economy. In recent years, we've had stimulus packages through our government that put money in pockets of citizens to spend in order to stimulate the economy. Can it not be rationalized that by building America's future, we are putting people to work while spending good money for a good current nation for our future of our children? With the New Deal, America got public works projects like the Tennessee Valley Authority and the Hoover Dam, as well as the Grand Coulee Canyon Dam. That shaped the future and the strength of this country. There will always be big thinkers, and we always will have critics, but I believe the foundation of great things start with out-of-the-box thinking and to use technology and education to its fullest. If this country was built on skepticism, the Carnegies, the Rockefellers would not have a place in our history books. America has always met the task in accomplishing big projects with attitude and strength, and with no grounds to believe that a job cannot be done. Thank you for your time.